It's time. It is Thursday, March 5th, 20 and the 26th, 3:43 p.m. here in the farm fields of Valparaiso, Indiana. Haven't checked in a while, so I thought I'd show you some of the devastation and the massacre that's going on in the account, in the portfolio. So here's where we're at. If you can see all of these silver positions, underwater, way down in my whiskey. One of them's up. Hey, how about that? And I should have done a video Friday just to give you the contrast, because on Friday we were at 2.641 on Friday. No, wait, hold on. I think I'm messing my numbers up. Forget that for a moment. We were 2.6 something. Here's where the 641 comes into play. So you can see in the past week, we're down $169,000 bills. And then year to date, which I can't remember what we were at last time we talked. I'm pretty sure it was it over 5? I know the first round of trades this year, we were up 520,000. On Friday, this past Friday, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm getting the 641. So on Friday, I was up 641,000 for the year. And now you can see we're almost $300,000 off of that number. Am I worried? No, I'm really not. I think silver and gold have a long way to go. All the markets seem to be a little bit confused at the moment because of our involvement in Iran, which I'm not a fan of. I'm really not. I'm just not. All the money we're spending over there for what? They're no threat to us. It's not a political statement. It's just my honest and accurate opinion. So where do we go from here? So we'll get to the charts in a moment, and I'll give you my idea, because I'm still nervous as to the price action that silver has had over the last couple of weeks. So there might be some more pain. Prediction? Pain. Might be some more pain before we have our joy, which will be inevitable. So trading-wise, though, this week has been going rather well. In fact, today, hey, where's all that red? Today we did profit of 26.50 in ES. That's S&P 500 futures. So that was very nice. And so since the last time we talked, I did put a big L on the board on February 27th on ES. Lost 67.12. It was like just a snafu. Thought I had a stop loss in at a certain number. I didn't. So sometimes the market will have to teach you lessons for not paying attention, and that's what it did. So that prompted me to say, well, wait a minute. What do we look like for the year? And for the year, we were up 21,732 with 17 out of 19 winning trades. And since then, we've had 4 more winning trades in ES, which would put us at 21 out of 23 trades. I mean, and they're not big numbers. We had 787 on Monday, 1550, and then the last 2 days were pretty good. Yesterday, 2575, and then today, 2650. Had two beautiful, I had a beautiful trade on silver futures. It literally was 30-second trade and made over $5,000. Problem with trading silver futures is it could have easily gone the opposite way. So I don't trade silver futures often unless I think there's a very high probability trade, and that's what I took. And it was one contract. Literally, that was one contract that did that amount of fun for the Velcro wallet. Then we've had two brilliant, that's a stretch. We've had two very successful AGQ trades, and AGQ is a 2 times silver bull, and had a nice trade. What's today? Thursday, so that would have been Tuesday. Bought 500 shares at 136.24, sold them a few hours later at 152.60, and was able to collect $8,101 bills. Yesterday we had this 25.75. I tried to get in on Natural gas trade. I did get in. I got stopped out immediately and put $90 in my pocket. So I'm really looking closely at natural gas right now. It looks poised for a nice little breakout. And then today had another day trade, and this was a day trade also on Tuesday. Another day trade today on AGQ. Made $2,000. Bought 500 shares at 142, and then sold at 146. Let's take a look at the charts, and let's start with that AGQ. So it would have been, in this region, got the 142, and then it was right before the close. It was like literally at 2:58 p.m. Why don't I know how to read this number down here? In that military time. Anyways, it was right before close. I sold at 146. It did continue to go up from there, as you can see. Is this the candle that I sold in? No, wouldn't that time be like 2:15? Yeah. Anyways, it was a couple minutes before the close of regular trading hours. Sold at 146. It still continued to go up all the way to like 54, and now since the close, it's down to 145.92. So that's a pretty good trade. I'll take that. Here's why I'm watching Natty. Oh, I already got a little green action there. Put the old big candle in there to show you, or the big arrow in there to just get you excited. So let me give it a little breathing room there. I think that you see a little bull flag here. I think we're going up all the way to this target. I'm targeting 324. One is 2424. One of my favorite, probably my favorite number. And I think that's just where the projection is. I want to do more projections like I used to with Elliott Wave with you. I've just been really lazy in that regard. So should have some of that coming. Oil, I do have a decent exposure to oil over at Vanguard and have for a while. And it's really had a nice move. Unfortunately, a lot of it is because of the war in Iran. Keeping an eye on copper as well. I think copper is highly or incredibly undervalued at the moment, and it probably will be doubling within the next 12 months, according to my Magic 8 Ball. Also, okay, so ES, here's what we're looking at. I have this up next to me. Why doesn't that seem to be accurate? Hold on. No, that's accurate. Sorry. Okay, so currently we're at 68.25.75. I think we have support here at 25 currently. Looks to have a little bit of a bull flag action here. So I'm looking up at 68.35 as a pretty significant resistance, followed by 44, 54, significant resistance at 62. 77 has been on this board for months. Then 89 and 6,900, of course, round numbers. The market enjoys that, which makes it automatic resistance below. You can see what went on today. It just went whoopity doo dah. And really, the trade where I think I made the 2650. I think that was the number. My average cost, and it was only a couple of contracts, was like 67.82. It was like almost got a bottom tick in there. Yeah, that was actually a wick. I didn't get much of it though, because I just, I was going to kid 3 Bart the second was taking me over to pick up my car. Had new tires put on the front, new brakes, new battery. You got to maintain these things. So I only got up to like 68.03 was like my exit. So look how much I missed. But still, you can't cry over greenbacks in your Velcro wallet tucked securely in your skinny jeans. So this is what I'm looking for. We've got some data coming out tomorrow. I think it's going to be positive news. And I think, and you never know when we get positive news about the war. I hope, got my fingers crossed. because then we're going to be just racing right up and then through 6,900. If we get bad job data and maybe some more piling on as far as the war is concerned, then we can easily take out today's low, which was pretty low, 67.76. So we'll see what the night owls do in the overnight trading, which will begin again. No, wait, I'm sorry. It's going to close for an hour and 6 minutes, and then an hour later we'll begin. Silver, let's look at spot. Here's what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned that this big move off the all-time high was an A. It's talking about old Elliott wave. Let's make this monster. Let's go with 40. This is what I'm hoping it's not. You know what I'm going to put on here. The old ABC. The old ABC. I'm hoping that's not what we're looking at. Because typically an Elliott wave, A will equal C, but if there's going to be any discrepancy, it's typically that C will be lower. C will be lower than A. So what did this come down to? 64. Actually, I know that because we were in Marco Island, and I caught some of that, a decent amount in physical. I think I was around 68 one night after we got back from dinner, and I bought a decent amount of physical silver in there. And so if we do see this, it's going to be extremely painful for my silver position. It's going to be down hundreds of thousands of dollars. But after that, if that is indeed the correction, then what we'll be looking for is five beautiful waves up. Infinity and beyond. Okay. So that's the plan in silver. That is going to happen, whether we get this lower low or not. If the lower we get, actually, the more fuel you'll have, because what people will shake out, fall off. Then when it begins to rocket again, FOMO kicks in, everybody comes back, retail traders, mom and pop, everyone's racing over to the pawn shop to buy silver like I do all the time. Oh my God, just bags of it. Oh my God, just dropped them. Broke the computer. We'll be fine. All right. Kind of get over to the bank again, put some more into the safety deposit box, which is basically full. So got to work on that. What do? We just switch charts on us? No. Okay, now we're in. So gold, same movements will go on with gold. Gold had if this is an ABC, then its B was pretty high. But we would look for, if it continues to go down, then we would look for anywhere in this wick and a little lower would be that move, which would then set up that the fuel. Did I erase my silver chart? Yeah, I must have. The actual physical silver dropped on it, and I'll have to recreate. I mean, it's not a recreate. It's just a daily chart with the ABC on there, and then the five path move north. And again, that's what we're looking for. So that's what's going to go on. And in fact, in that first wave one, you want to see five moves. We've talked about that before. I know it bores you. What else? Bitcoin finally came off of its just sideways consolidation. Has had a nice move here off of 62 all the way up to 74. I think we got some more room up to the upside. I'd be looking for 78 before I would be looking for 62. Does that make sense? Kind of, Bart. Yeah, actually added some Bitcoin along the way, down here. added some Bitcoin to the stack. It's not a very big stack, but it's going to continue to grow. I'm still looking for 50s. I don't know if I'm going to get it. This might have been as close as I was going to get. That's why I started to just nibble back in. I was buying in the 63s all the way up to just recently the 67s, 63s through 67s recently. And I'll be looking for this to go up even further. If it does come back down into those mid to lower 60s, I'll be adding again. If it continues to go down and down and down and down, then I'll be really looking to add it when we get it to the mid 50s and lower. If that happens, may not ever happen again. So that is what is happening. Hot stuff. So tomorrow we've got employment data. We've got some sales data. So could definitely be some catalysts to move the market. On a just ridiculous personal side note, I have been, I know, you already know I'm wacky, so it's not like this will surprise you. I have been buying sterling silver flatware. Oh, I'll do the math next time because this video has already gotten long enough. It doesn't, and look, can't tell me people aren't onto the silver. Look at this. It's over $2,000 on this auction for, I think I'm bidding on that one, aren't I? Yeah, gotta be. Let's go to auctions in progress. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I have been outbid by a big number, but I have notes on what I can go up to because this was my favorite one out of the most recent ones up for sale. Where is my note on that one? Yeah, here it is. Is that it? Nope. Anyways, I can go much higher, not much higher. I think the value of this, if you were to sell it to a refinery, that's what I will be doing, it is probably going to be $4,800 for this lot. Is that the lot? No, it can't be. Refresh. This is making for tremendous entertainment, isn't it? Okay, there it is. That's it. Yes. So it's at 3101, 6 hours to go. I could go much higher if I want. I got to take inventory of all the sterling silver that's being shipped to me from winning auctions here in eBay. But it should be worth about $4,800 to a refiner, which is what they would give me because, like for instance, when it comes to sterling silver, one, it's not, when it comes to like bullion, this is like 9999 fine, meaning basically pure silver. Sterling silver is 925. So you just have to do a little math. I enjoy doing the math. It's fun for me. Got these little notes like, hey, how much for that teaspoon? Oh, my wife thinks of, oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. 4757 is my number as far as what I think a refiner would give me. The value in bullion, if you were to melt it down and pour your own bars of silver bullion, would be around 67.96. And then a refiner, I just was conservative and said they'd give me 70%. There are those out there that will give you 80, even 90% of the silver value that's in the sterling silver. So don't bid against me. Just another wacky little side project I like to do. And again, that goes to one of my main superpowers, and that is I'm never bored. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video and this channel with a lovable friend, and I will see you in the next video.